Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're back with another speed paint. I feel like it's been absolutely way too long since I've uploaded actual art on my channel. I've gotten into filming and editing my vlogs lately, which has been a lot of fun, but I'm really happy to be able to share some of my art process with you guys again. And since this speed paint time lapse ended up being a bit of a longer one, I decided to add a voiceover. I'm also going to edit a non-voiceover time lapse version, so if you would prefer to just see a more condensed video of this art process without my rambles, check out the next upload. But yeah, thank you for sticking around. While I was editing this time lapse, I really felt compelled to talk about something in terms of my art process and the complicated feelings I have with my own skill level. But it has been quite a while since I've actually drawn this piece. I don't know what took me so long to actually edit and upload a speed paint / time lapse for it, but here we are. But yeah, while I was rewatching this time lapse, I always knew this about myself, but seeing my struggles, especially during this part of the sketching phase, of just the many different iterations I have for the eye shape, the nose, the mouth position, everything, I can see myself with every single stroke, how hard I'm trying to just refine and nudge and edit and refine and nudge and edit and just brute force my way through until I have a result that I'm semi-satisfied with. I mean, if you compare like the very base sketch of Sukuna's face to what he ends up looking like in the final, it's very different. And while I don't think there's anything wrong necessarily with drawing this way, I can't help but feel very envious of artists who just seem so skilled and precise with every single line that they make. I feel like there are some artists, like Horikoshi comes to mind, the author and artist behind My Hero Academia. Seeing him draw live, he just manages to create perfect drawings, it seems like, without so much as even needing an eraser. And just seeing the way I'm struggling with the sketching phase of this just really brings the feelings that I've always had, but it just brings them back for another round of contemplating, I guess. I'm really envious of artists that are able to get to that level. I feel like I have gotten better since I drew this, but it's definitely still a quality of mine when it comes to drawing. I'm never going to be able to perfectly draw a face that doesn't look off without having to refine it at least 2 or 3 times, like bare minimum. As you can see in this drawing, I think I refined both Yuuji and Sukuna's face at least like 12 times before I finally decided to move on to line art. And even in the line art phase, I do still do minor adjustments to make it something closer to what I was imagining in my head. And yeah, it's just something I really wanted to point out. I do get told a lot by people who come up to me at conventions and stuff that they like my art and I'm someone they look up to or something along those lines, which always make me very flattered and honored, but at the same time I just get filled with the biggest imposter syndrome, because in my mind I'm just like, am I even really an artist if it takes me so many tries and so many iterations before I even get something that's even semi-decent looking? I don't know, it's a feeling I struggle with. While I do get to an end result that I'm semi-satisfied with, part of me just feels that it's sort of not, I don't know, not real, not worthy, like it's not, I don't know what word I'm trying to use, but because it took me so much refining that it's just, the end result is kind of, it's just an illusion of skill I'm hiding behind, and I'm actually not skilled and not good because my sketching process is so atrocious and looks nothing like the final, and I wouldn't be able to just draw in one go what the finished product looks like. Sketching is definitely the thing that takes me the longest in my process, regardless of what it is, I do tend to overwork my art a lot, in the sense that I do have that nitpicky brain where I would just like to nitpick every detail over and over and over and over again. And I think that just comes down to my artistic eyes, or the vision I have in my head just is probably more advanced than my actual physical artistic skill. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bitter pill to swallow to look back and just see the struggle. Like, I don't know. Someone with a more positive mindset would maybe look at this and say that, oh, you know, just with sheer will and constant refinement, you too can end up with something semi-decent in the end. Because I'm the one that made it, I don't think I can detach myself far enough to be able to look at it through that lens. And I think I will always just be unsatisfied with the fact that I'm not there yet. And I think that's okay. I don't know if there's any artist that's 100% satisfied with the skill level they're at, or maybe there is, and if there is, well, share some of that with me. But I think it's okay to find yourself in that spot, and while it is, like I said, a bitter pill to swallow, I do not want to just doomsday mindset myself. Is that even an expression? Whatever. I don't want to just look at it through such a depressing lens. Like I said, I do think it's fine to find yourself in those situations, and being able to look back at your process and see where the problems are, I think gives you a good stepping stone into figuring out what you need to work on next. And for me personally, it's definitely anatomy practice and fundamentals and basics. And I mean, to be honest, I've never really studied those properly. And I think you can tell, like you can definitely tell in my sketching process. I mean, in a way, it's gotten me this far, and I have improved, but I probably could be making my life a whole lot better and a whole lot easier if I actually sat down and worked on those things. But if I'm being honest, you know, I'm sure other people relate, but that's just not fun. I'm sure some people find studying fundamentals really fun and rewarding, but for me personally, it's just something very daunting to take on. Not to mention, I'm not the best at keeping my own self in check. That is a symptom of my ADHD, but even without that, I feel like other people can relate that if there's no outside pressure, maybe you do have the self-discipline that I just do not have, and if you do, congratulations. But if there's no outside pressure or something outside of yourself to keep you in line, why would I choose to study fundamentals if I can draw my favorite character instead? You know, that seems a lot more rewarding for me, but I really don't know. Honestly, I don't really know what the purpose of any of what I'm rambling is. I think that it's just something I really wanted to point out, because I feel like I do see a lot of artists, especially online, they show their processes, they show their sketches, and it's just so amazing to see how quickly and effortlessly it seems from an outsider's view, because of course I don't actually know if it's effortless, that just seem to be able to magically put pen to paper and have something incredible come out of it. So, I don't know, I figured I would just point it out and talk a little bit about how I feel, because maybe you feel that way too. And I'm not gonna say it doesn't suck, because like I said, looking back at my sketching footage, I'm like, damn, girl, you're fighting for your life, Jesus Christ. But at the same time, it'll be okay. Let me cosplay as someone more positive than me and go on that positive tangent and say, you know what, actually, it'll be okay. Should you be studying fundamentals and that, all of that stuff? Yeah, probably, and you should get on that and figure out how to get your butt into gear. But at the same time, your end result came out good. It took you maybe 10 times longer than it should have, but you got there in the end. So does it really matter how you got there? I don't know. Food for thought, I guess. In any case, If you listened to me ramble, thank you so much. I don't know, I was just feeling like talking about my process and my feelings and just some reflection on some old art of mine. I also will say, you'll see in the video there's a massive shift in what my base colors look like to what the final colors end up looking like. And in case you were wondering, those were gradient maps. God bless gradient maps. I'll be honest, I still don't really know how to use them super well, but on occasion, they do help a lot, at least in making color combinations slightly more interesting. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this little ramble. How do you guys feel about your own art process? Do you feel like sketching comes easily to you and naturally, or do you also feel like you're fighting against every single person in the entire world when you're sketching? Let me know. I'd love to know what other people's thoughts are on their own art process. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye!